Yesterday I worked until late. After that, I called my friend. Then I cooked my dinner.
If those sentences just made you cringe, good. Because these teeny little mistakes are what separates you from sounding more fluent when you speak English. If you want to sound more natural and less robotic, keep watching. We've got you covered.
Have you ever noticed native English speakers sound smooth as they speak in the past tense? Meanwhile, you're just trying to make it to the next sentence without sounding silly. So, as your English coaches, our goal with today's video is to teach you the secret to sounding natural anytime you use a regular past tense verb.
Our deal with you is that if you make these types of mistakes and you watch this video all the way to the end, you will see an immediate change in your pronunciation. Sound fair? Great. The first question we should ask is, does this even really matter?
Let's be real. Nobody is stopping you mid-sentence to correct your pronunciation, unless they didn't understand you or it harmed the conversation. A lot of online teachers will tell you that pronunciation doesn't matter. They're correct-ish.
Research shows that if you have 80% accuracy in the word you're saying, the other person will most likely understand you. However, if the pronunciation mistake harms the communication, we now have an argument to say that accuracy is important.
Wait, what do you mean if it harms communication?
Yeah, for example, say this word out loud for me right now. I'm sorry, what did you just call me?
Oh, now I understand. This can also be a huge problem if the other person hears a present tense word. For example, if you said cooked, but you forgot to add the ed sound at the end, the native English speaker will hear cook, and that can confuse them.
Not only that, it can make you seem less competent because the mistake is being made on beginner level words. When it comes to the beginner stuff, we want to make sure that those skills are polished. To begin, there are 3 sounds that go with regular past tense verbs: t, d, and id.
The confusing part is knowing what sound to end these words in. All 3 of these words end in a different sound, even though they all end with the same 2 letters. Let's decode how native English speakers can read new words without hesitation.
Let's start with the easiest one, id. Id is added on as its own sound, such as graded, faded, or shredded. This sound is only applied if the verb ends in a T or a D. If it helps you remember, you can say that the id sound will always be either tid or did. If the id sound is added to verbs that don't end in a T or a D, then it will sound robotic. Cooked, watched, talked. We don't want to sound like robots when we give our presentation.
And I am a wild robot.
Now, let's get a little more advanced. The words that Taylor mentioned did not end in an id sound, but they did end in a t sound. Cooked, watched, talked. This is done when the base verb ends in a voiceless sound. Pa, ka, fa, s, sh, ch.
Oh, I didn't have my notebook. Can you do that again?
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Pa, ka, fa, sa, sh, cha.
Oh no, I was writing in Spanish.
Why were you writing in Spanish?
Okay, one more time.
2 hours later.
Okay, last time, I swear.
Pa, ka, fa, sa, sha, cha.
Got it. Now make a note that this is for sound, not spelling. Look at the word laugh. It does not end in any of the letters that Jeremy mentioned. But when it's spoken, the GH at the end makes the F sound. So its past tense would be laughed.
We have one more rule, but if you've watched this far, why haven't you subscribed yet?
Do you hate us or something?
I mean, to make it up to us, you could share this with another person who needs our help. We are stronger together.
Rule number 3 should be the easiest of them all. If it doesn't follow Rule 1 or Rule 2, then it ends with d. Played, called, loved. For our grammar girlies, this will apply to base verbs that have a voiced sound, such as b, g, or v.
Could you repeat that?
We are not doing that again.
So knowing these rules will make you sound more natural in your pronunciation. However, we want to remind you that better pronunciation alone will not improve your confidence.
It's a quick fix, but if you've made it this far, then that means you're ready to level up. To move beyond feeling stuck in your speaking and start connecting with the real people around you.
That's why we created the Resourceful English Method, a program designed to help women become unstoppable using English.
We hold ongoing research calls for women who feel stuck in their English journey. Click the link in the description below to meet with us this week.
We want to thank you for your support, and if you'd like to know how we help our clients, watch this video next. See you next time.